three videos, we've been talking about checkboxes, radio buttons, and forms, which have been really amazing. And we've been able to create this simple form. So this is a radio button. So where we allow users to be able to select just one option out of two. And these are checkboxes where we allow users to select several options out of three. So you can select and unselect and things like that. So that's the difference between using both radio button and uh, radio button and check button. But before we go in this last video where we're talking about forms and buttons, we're going to sometimes you want to give a user a default. So because right now nothing is checked here, but we want to just like assume default for the user, but they can change it if they like. So how do we do that? So there is one attribute that we can use to check to set a default. So an example is when we go to our input element here for indoor. So we can set a default just for one of them. So let's say for instance we assume the user is going to be an indoor person, and then we just put this attribute called checked. That's all. It's as simple as that. So we just need to put this attribute called check, and then this is check. So but what you need to notice is that we can only put one default in our radio buttons because we want the user to be able to select just one thing. So you won't put like two defaults, so just put one default. So we want the indoor to be the default, but then if the user's like, okay, I'm not an indoor person, they can then change it. So and you can do the same thing for personality traits, which is a checkbox. So let's say like we said, okay, our users are loving, and then we can put checked there, and then loving is going to be automatically checked. So if the user decides, okay, no, I'm not that loving, so they could just uncheck it. So and that gives us some kind of like flexibility. So just like no, there are some points like you have forms that are really big, and then you have an assumed default that majority of your users are going to select. So this can save them a lot of time in trying to fill out your form, which is really, really good. So, and that's the wrap about forms, even though there are still a lot of things you can do with forms in HTML. So this is just like the most, what you're going to be using the most of the time. So we still have like password, for instance, like this cat photo is URL. If you look at this input type here, and also we talked about required. So required means that the user must, like if I try to submit this form here, you can see it's not submitting because there's nothing in there. So I need to type something and directly click on submit, it's gonna go. Another thing you can do is we have password. How cool is that? And if I type anything here, you can see they are masked. So yeah, so and that's how it is. And we have I think we have number also. So you can see you can go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and you can go down. You can see that's the number. So I think we have phone. I'm not sure if that's a thing. If that's, maybe there is or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, so but those ones I'm sure of, that's it. And then we have text. So what you can do is you can click on this input element and go to MDN reference. So if you go to MDN reference, so it's gonna give you all of different kind of type. As you can see, we have type button, we have checkbox, we have color, we have date decimal, we have email, we have file, we have hidden, we have image, we have month, number, password, radio, we have range, we have research, we have search, submit, telephone, test, time, URL, week, daytime. It's absolutely amazing. Let's try the color and see how the color works. So just go here and say the type here is color. How cool is that? And then you can click on this and then you can select different kind of colors. That is so amazing. How cool is that? So let's try another one. Date, and you can see it give us a very nice calendar to use from, and that is really cool. So just go to the MDN reference. I told you, let this be your Bible. You can see like a lot of things, and you can read about them, how to use them, and then even have a place that you can practice with. So and that's really cool. So this is going to be the end of form in this series. So in the next couple of videos, we are going to go through three things. So which is nesting all many elements within a single div. So we're going to talk about declaring doc type of an HTML document, and also how to define the head and body of an HTML document. So this is coming to a place where we are putting like creating a full-fledged HTML page with all of the parameters, the head, the body, and some other things that our HTML need to be a real HTML. And then after this, we are going to take I'm going to do a workshop on how to actually translate from using the free code camp space like this, which is good for practice and for beginners to be able to understand how this different element works. But then after you get a hold of that, we are going to like put transition to using your own computer to be able to code, and we are going to build everything we have built here. We're going to rebuild them over again using your ID, using your computer, and going to see how this setup works and how you're going to be coding in real life. So thank you very much for staying with me this far. So the next video, the three topics are going to be done together in one. So because they all follow the same patterns. So and then after that, I'm going to record a workshop that puts everything together on our local machine. You don't want to miss that. So subscribe to this channel and also press the label, the notification, so that you know when a new video drops. So thank you very much. See you in the next video.